Hey guys, Everlasting Apex here, and 1.3 is going into beta just as this video is releasing. So let's just get into it, see what's new. First of all, new logo. The old logo was pretty bad. This one is less bad, and it's generated by AI, so thanks ChatGPT. Second, there was a bug where the tutorial button here was not disappearing, so that's been fixed, hopefully. You guys let me know on Discord. I know you guys have reported this bug multiple times. Sorry it took this long to fix. It should be fixed. It should be gone for good. Hopefully this never happens again. And now let's get into the new features. If you go into settings, you have right here under Assetto Corsa install path, duplicate skins until. Now this is a new option. Beforehand, if you have a car in Assetto Corsa that has 7 skins, beforehand it would start duplicating the skins until you had 12 cars in the race, so that you wouldn't have a 7-car race, which would be pretty boring. It would start duplicating the skins until you reach 12 cars. Now you can set that number. Instead of 12, you can set it to, say, 24, which is what is now by default. And Assetto Corsa will start duplicating the skins until you reach this many drivers. Now keep in mind that you are still limited by the number of cars allowed on a track, but if you have a track with 30 grid slots, you're going to get 24 cars and the skins will start repeating if you run out of them. You can set this to whatever value you want it to be at. Now, bottom right, you can see here Assetto Corsa weather system. Now beforehand there was basically no weather generation coming with the app. Now there is 4 options. Base game is basically how the app has always acted, and it's basically nothing. This is if you cannot be bothered with weather, just check this. Basically nothing will happen. It's just going to be stock weather every single time. Live weather is if you want to use a content manager's feature where it gets the live weather at wherever your track is located at. And then you have Sol and Pure. Those are 2 mods that are made by Peter Bose. Hopefully I didn't butcher that name. Sol is completely free. You can get it, I believe, on Race Department. And Pure is a Patreon pay mod. I believe it's $1 per month. Very much worth it. This is what I use personally. If you pick Sol or Pure, you need to go into your settings in Weather FX in Custom Shaders patch, and you need to select the weather style, either Pure or Sol. You need to check it in here. And then in Drive tab, if you select Pure, you need to go in Pure and check last used plan. You need to check this. Now, the way it's going to work, if you select either Sol or Pure, whenever a race is generated, it's going to overwrite your plan in either of those systems. So be aware of that. If you have a plan that you have built in Pure and you select Pure, that plan is going to be overwritten every single time you generate a race. Now, this is more complex than what it seems at first. This isn't just using the system and then randomly generating some weather. This is actually, the app is actually going to generate a full weather system that will last, I believe I set it to 4 days. And the times at which your sessions are going to be set at are going to be taken from that weather system that was generated. This is also true for AMS2. So you will no longer just get randomly generated weather that goes from clear to heavy thunderstorm back to clear and so on. This is actually going to be a weather system that makes sense. Now, it's still possible to have drastic weather changes just as it is in real life, but it's going to be very, very rare. So hopefully with this system you will get actually realistic weather generated every single race. But yes, be aware, Sol and Pure, both of those options will overwrite your plan settings that you have set. Now, next, new feature. But first, an apology. When I first made this app, I told you guys that you were playing by the same rules the AI was. Everything in this app, you were not the main character and you were playing by the exact same rules everyone else was. I lied. There was one thing that was different. If we go into new career, you have a new option right here, player priority. If you select the first option, you will join as soon as possible. This is how the app always behaved. Whenever you start a new career and you get to the first newcomer race, you will be entered into it immediately, ahead of every rival you had. This was one point where you were not playing by the same rules the AI was. You were always the first priority all the time. Now, this is fixed. If you go to the second option, same as everyone else. Now you are playing literally by the same rules all of your rivals are. So, let's run a little example. I'm going to start a new career with 0 years simulated. Start career. And I am now in a career where there is nobody. I'm going to skip forwards. And now, the app is not going to do anything. This is normal. There is no animation yet or anything. But in the background, it's simulating races until I get entered. Now, if you're very lucky, you could be entered into the very first race. If you're unlucky, it could take literally over a year to be entered. This is going to be affected by how many custom rivals you have. The more you have, the longer it could take for you to join. Now, it's going to look like it's frozen. It's not. It's actually simulating in the background. The animations are coming soon, guys. I promise. Now, I am currently using the rival names pack that Deep Factor has posted to my Discord. There are about 1,200 drivers, so this is taking a while. And here we are. We have been entered. Now, let's see. Where are we? Back to menu. We are now in September of year 2. So we've simulated almost 2 entire years. And if we look in the drivers, all of the seasons have been filled out. And you have been entered with the same priority as every single one of your rivals. Now there is one other option. Let's go take a look. If you go back to the main menu, new career, you have as soon as possible, same as before, same as everyone else, where you play the same game as every AI has, and then you have Spectate only. This is something that I didn't know that you guys wanted, and a couple of you have been requesting it lately, and you asked, can we just have a career where we just spectate? We don't want to race, we just want to watch. Well, here it is. So let's see how that works. We're just going to start a new career with a 0 year simulated. And here we are. The skip button is now disabled. You can't click it. There is nothing to skip to. You will never join. If you click on next race, the race has been generated and you have not been entered. You can just quick simulate it, or you can actually spectate it in game. And you can keep doing this for as long as you want. The races are just going to be for spectating only. You will never be entered. If at some point you decide that you want to change your mind and you want to join a career where you selected that you were spectating only, you will go into your driver profile in the driver.json, and you have this option right here, join priority 2. If you already had a profile before this update, this field will not be there. You can just add it. Remember to add this comment here, very important. Now, this has 3 possible values. 0, which is the same behavior as before this update. 1, where you join with the same priority as everyone else. And 2, which is spectate only. You can change this at any time. Now, one other thing, while the app was simulating years, there was a memory leak that was happening before this update. I have fixed it. There's no more memory leak. However, a side effect from this is that it's now going to take a little longer than before to simulate the years. Sorry about that. However, I do believe that I have a way to make the simulation significantly quicker. Hopefully, this is going to be implemented for the next update. Speaking of the next update, what is next? Now, I believe the plan for the next update is going to be a UI overhaul. The way the app looks, the way it feels, the way it shows information, the entire visual aspect of the app. I believe the whole simulation thing, the gameplay portion of the app is solid at this point. It's not perfect. I know there's still some missing features that you guys want. I'll get to it. This is a big project. Just give me some time. However, I believe the one thing that is holding this app back is the UI, the way it looks. It doesn't look right, it doesn't feel right, and this is what I'm going to get to next update. So this is going to be a lot of work. I have a lot of work ahead of me to make this look and feel right. but I'll get there. So as I am releasing this video, the app is going in beta, and after a couple of days, depending on how many bugs are reported, it's going to go into release. If you are not yet a subscriber of my Patreon, you have a free trial available. You can try the app out for free. You can just get the free trial and cancel it, and whatever version you got, you can keep it forever. However, I do appreciate any support you send my way. This is how I earn a living. So please report any bugs that you have. Discord is obviously the best way to reach me, but of course I will also read the YouTube comments. It might just take a little longer to get a reply from me. I'll see you guys next time. Enjoy the app. Bye-bye.